Not notice at all, so I think we were
I got
always.
a lot going on up here, and I got a lot going on over here. It's just bad.
Oh,
but you know,
sorry,
hey.
but again, did not notice. So I think we were always all more concerned ourselves.
Yeah.
So
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna do a little baby clap. Baby clap.
Okay. Yay!
I giggle at the baby clap every time. Hello everyone, welcome once again to Editing Academy. I'm Darryl.
I'm Laura.
And I forgot my notes. Nope, I didn't. Excellent.
Okay.
Sorry. We are here to talk about Darryl's Top 20, number 11.
Yes.
And the movie is Army of Darkness, 1992 movie. And we'll dive in here in just a second. But first, directed, co-written, and co-edited by Sam Raimi. It's the third installment in the Evil Dead franchise. I don't know if you ever watched those before.
I have.
Okay.
Yep. I watched all three before.
And it stars Bruce Campbell and Embeth Davidtz, a couple other people, but those are the big ones, so that's all you really need. It was nominated for a bunch of awards in film festivals, most of which you've never heard of. Like little indie ones. All right.
You underestimate my love for weird cinema, but yes, go ahead.
You don't have any facts or anything like that?
I have no facts.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Why do I love this film? I love this film, and it can be summed up very, very simply. This is the right amount of silly for me. This is just perfect silly. It is way over the top. It is overly acted. The premise is 100% a male fantasy. I can keep screwing everything up, but be okay and adored. It is so over the top silly. And it's just perfect. If I ever just want to feel good about whatever, I will pop this on just in the background and come in for certain scenes or whatever. It's just so incredibly silly in all of the right ways. The score also is perfect. The score really does fit the film because the score is playful, dramatic, melodramatic. It does fit what is going on in the film and helps kind of enhance things all the way through. So that's great. Bruce Campbell is perfect for this role. Like, he's probably the
You could have
greatest.
stopped at perfect. Bruce Campbell is perfect.
He's probably the greatest male B-movie actor of all time.
I love him.
And
yeah, totally agree.
He and Sam Raimi are good friends because of their early days. Anytime Sam Raimi does a big film, he always has a scene for Bruce Campbell and all those things. Mm-hmm. And the one thing about Bruce Campbell is he, as an actor, is not afraid to get dirty, make fun of himself. Like, he doesn't care. Whatever it is you need, he's going to do. If you need him to be way over the top acting with blood all over his face,
he will be there.
He will jump in and do it with a smile. Like, he is perfect for this role. Nobody else could do it. And we do have to admit, it is the Bruce Campbell show.
Oh, 100%. It is the Bruce Campbell show.
Yeah, at points, yes. The remaining cast are fine. They all do their jobs. They know their assignments. They did them. The only real other standout, because of what she's able to do with the role, and part of it's the writing, but definitely the actress, she's playing the damsel in distress. She embodies that, but she also is able to rise above just being a damsel in distress. And I'm not even talking when she changes into an evil she-woman, just like the way she was able to embody that but bring something further to it, just to give it just a little bit extra, was great.
It could have been a one-note character, and
Yes.
she did not make it so.
No.
And for rom-com lovers, she was in Bridget Jones's Diary and played the other woman who was in love with Mark Darcy. So Bridget Jones was, of course, in love with Mark Darcy.
Okay.
She was the other woman.
The film itself is just, from start to finish, pure, unadulterated, just entertainment. Like, you can very easily switch your brain off and just have a fun ride like you do with The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This is what I can do with this one. Or you can actually see how clever and attention to detail and well-crafted the film is itself, if you want to. I want to because that's kind of where I go.
Sure.
So I know a lot of the little things where they do callbacks and they do things. But the best part of this film for me, beyond anything else, is the multiple of lines that you can quote after the fact.
Fair.
And I'm just going to give you about 6 of them because they're amazing. They're just so over the top. Hail to the king, baby. This is my boomstick. That's just what we call pillow talk. My name's Ash, housewares. Shop smart, shop S-smart, and then of course probably the biggest one, give me some sugar, baby.
Yes.
I mean, I say those lines so often it is embarrassing.
And you can hear Bruce Campbell saying them when you say those lines. Yeah.
So I'm going to stop there. I have more, but I was going to turn it over to you. I'm assuming based on your reaction that you actually like this movie.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, good.
So I've seen all the Evil Dead movies. I absolutely adore Bruce Campbell. So this to me is a straight up fun movie. So the other thing I really like about it is we've watched a bunch of long movies over this course. This is a nice little compact, fun, hour and a half, hour 40 minutes kind of just fun romp.
Yeah,
and
you get in,
I
get
really
out.
like that. Exactly.
Here's the story we're telling, here's a couple little side things, and then we're out.
Yeah, no, so this could be something you would pop on to have fun. I totally agree with that. I loved the sword fighting.
Yeah.
I thought that they did a really nice job. I thought they did a nice job with the effects that they had at the time.
Yep.
Because they were supposed to be campy, and they were, but they were fun campy. I loved the shards of glass and the many Bruce Campbells. So I think it is a straight up fun movie. My question to you is, your last favorite movie that we watched was the second in the trilogy.
Yes.
And so a lot of people think that Evil Dead is the best of the three. Why did you choose the last one of the three? Like, why this one over the other two Evil Dead?
Evil Dead 1 and 2 are more straight up horror films than this. This is campy, rompy fun.
Which is why I think I go toward the horror movie. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
I'm not like...
Because I love them, but all three, but I'm more of an Evil Dead person.
Yeah, this, as we know, I'm not a big horror person.
Yeah, that makes
so
sense.
while I have seen them, just so I understood the story of this one, I watched this one first. I didn't see 1 and 2. I just saw this one on a whim and fell in love with the campy, just fun of it all.
Yeah.
And then went back to the other two, and I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, the beauty of this movie too is you have a 30-second, hey, this is what happened in Evil Dead 1 and 2, but you really don't need to know any of that because here we are.
Yeah.
And I did like that it started with here we are, and know or don't know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think the brief beginning of how we got to where we are is important, because otherwise you're like wondering, you have the question in your head of like, how did we get here? So it's fine, and it's quick, and it's over, and it's well shot as well.
Yeah.
And I know it was probably just scenes from the prior movie that he just edited in to give you the thing, but it does help ground you, root you, and then you're off on the voyage, so I'm totally fine with all that.
This movie, along with, actually now that I'm thinking about it, Godfather 3, both say Bridget Fonda is in it. She is barely in it in this movie, certainly, and she was barely in it in Godfather 3. So I don't know who is getting Bridget Fonda her credits, but good for them. Because her credits are not matching her screen time.
One thing I do want to point out in particular with this one is Sam Raimi is often overlooked as a director and how talented he actually is as a director. And this film really does showcase his directorial. The framing of things, the choice of shots, how long they are, the pacing, all of that, like what a really good director needs to know and understand, are on full display in this movie. Like his framing of certain scenes, the length of those scenes, they give you exactly what you need to move on to the next thing. And I mention this because so often he is overlooked as what a good director he really is because of the subject matter of things that he does.
I think genre directors get overlooked as a rule, and I think he is amongst the best of them. So that's, it's mostly because of the genre, which is a shame.
These movies, the Evil Dead movies and Army of Darkness, this trilogy, he pioneered certain visual styles that were, and we'll just use the term, borrowed by many people down the road. Even some big directors today have utilized this particular style to showcase whatever they needed to do. That, like the super quick editing, those long shots from far away where you zoom up super close into somebody's face. That was him. Like he did
I love that. Yeah.
And then everybody else has borrowed it over the years. So props to Sam. For its time, in particular, we've seen a lot of films that have special effects in the late 80s, early 90s, where the special effects were not up to par. And these were up to par. It's very obvious that they were early special effects in retrospect now, but at the time they were phenomenal. But he also knows how to use them and use them effectively. The scene where he creates the car and he's going through and killing all of the skeletons, he lingers for like 1 or 2 seconds too long on a skeleton so that you can see the skeleton is not moving, and you know that's intentional and it's jokey. Like This car is going to go chop up a fake skeleton, everybody.
Sure.
Here it is.
We're
Here
having
it comes.
fun.
Yeah.
Everybody's having fun here.
Right.
What year was this again?
91, 92, 92.
Okay, so it's actually the year, yeah, so it's interesting that that's a year after Ghost.
Yes.
And we were just talking about how terrible the special effects in Ghost are.
Yes.
Okay.
The last thing I'll say about it is this is a movie that completely understands what it is. You know how much I love that. But it takes advantage of tropes and stereotypes in all of the right ways, which if you're going to do that, a good film will acknowledge these are the tropes and stereotypes, play with them a little bit,
Yep.
but put them on full display and not try to hide it or use it as a crutch. This doesn't use it as a crutch. It's just like, I know what these are, and I'm using them for the story, everybody. And that's good writing, that's good directing, that's acknowledgement and needed to be said.
Yep, I totally agree with everything you said, and I see why you love this movie.
It is just so damn much fun. Give me some sugar, baby.
And again, anybody else says it that way, and it's smarmy.
Yes.
You know, and it coming from Bruce Campbell, it's charming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Charmingly smarmy, because there's definitely smarm there.
Oh, yeah.
But in a charming manner.
And you're right. If anybody else doing it, it would have been like even Brad Pitt couldn't possibly pull this kind of charm off.
No.
And Brad Pitt is a very charming actor. I don't know
Yes.
about him obviously in real life, but he comes across as incredibly charming in his roles. He couldn't do this balance.
No, I agree completely.
So yeah, Army of Darkness. It is one of those, you're either going to love this or you are going to absolutely detest this movie. Hopefully you're going to be in the former, not the latter. And if you're in the latter, we probably won't be friends. But keep watching. By all means, keep watching.
I think if you like sci-fi, if you like humor, you know, a good deal of humor and camp, I think anybody would like that.
Yeah. I just think of it and I laugh. So, Army of Darkness, my number 11. Watch it, go see it. It is so much fun. See ya.
Bye.